Hi, welcome to Pagan Goddess Tarot, and tonight I'm doing the Celtic Cross reading for the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. Keep in mind this is a general collective reading, so keep what resonates, leave what doesn't. And also remember that it doesn't always resonate at first. It's fortune telling, so some of the events haven't happened yet. And it's quite common for that to happen later. And so you're more than welcome to come re-watch any videos on the channel if you start resonating with something later. Okay, that being said, you should be watching your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs, and it'll give you a better overall view of your energy. Okay, so let's get started. We have dog spirit, and it's telling you to be loyal to what you love. Be loyal to what you love. Okay, I'm going to take two from the angels and ancestors. And I don't know if y'all know this or not, but I do videos. I do bonus videos. I do bonus readings, I should say. Well, I guess they're both readings and videos. But the way I go about giving them is I'll intersperse it between the number of likes, the number of shares, the number of comments, and the number of views. Okay, and then, but there's always one that's going to be a zodiac sign, and I do it in order. So like the last bonus round was Cancer, so the next one's going to be Leo. So that way everybody gets a chance at having a bonus. So keeping that in mind, and that's because every time that you interact with the channel, you help it grow. If you like a video, you keep it in the flow. Okay, but if not, it stops with you. Nobody, people downline from you don't get to see it. So when you do interact with the channel, and I like comments as well, you help it to grow. You keep it in the algorithm. And when you share your energy with me like that, I want to share back, and that's why I do the bonus readings. So enough of that. Let me get on with your reading. We have Spirit Fox, and it's telling you to trust your talents in changing times. Okay? Trust your talents in changing times. One more, please. One more for Sagittarius. One more for Sagittarius. And it's Peacekeeper. Let go of the need to be right. There we are. Okay, so I'm going to move these cards off to the side. This is the Celtic Cross reading, so it's a fairly large reading, and that way we have. Oops. That way I have the room to lay the spread out. And I'll probably be referring to these most of the time. They work in coordination with the tarot portion of the reading, and so I'll be probably referring to them. So you may not be able to see them, but you'll be able to know what they stand for as the reading progresses. Okay, so the first card is the Nine of Shields. This is how you're presenting. This is what people see when they see you. They see, you may not feel this way, but other people see you this way. They see you as somebody that's very determined, very strong, very independent. I like to call it the independence card. She's somebody that has set her will. She wanted to become a master falconer, and she did. She chose to. But back in those times, that might have probably been unheard of. So keep that in mind. Just because it's not what other people think or what they want or what they think, you can have an extreme talent in one area. Like, she learned everything there was to know about raising falcons. She knows what to feed them, what to breed them, when to breed them, who to breed them with, which falcons to breed, etc. And she knows how to train them. And she is hands-on with all this. So, I mean, I think the key point here is, you can attain this by being loyal to what you love. That's what she loved to do, and that's what she did. And she was quite abundant because she did that. She had her falcons are of the highest quality, so they bring the most money. And it's because she did stay loyal to what she loved. But she also trusted in the times that your talent and her talents when times changed. Okay, as times changed, she could understand the fluctuations, the flow of life, you know, and things of that nature. So, you know, those are things that we need to keep in mind. It's not necessary. Others perceive us sometimes in ways that we never think of. Some are good, some are bad, but you know, learning to go with the flow, just like I just said about the algorithm. Learning the flow, okay? Because there's going to be fluxes. There's going to be times when you're not going to want to breed the chicks, or I'm not sure what they call them, but you know. And there's going to be times that you want to. It's the same with anything. You know, there's going to be times when you're going to have high production and low production. And you will, if you allow yourself to go with the flow and learn everything that you need to know and keep learning. That's the thing. A lot of people get into it. You're a master falconer. Well, you know, there's still things to learn. So, what's crossing you is learning how to love yourself. Learning how to love yourself is difficult. We have been trained since birth to see things differently, see things the way we were told to see things, or with the way we were taught to see things. And sometimes it's challenging. Okay, my pet peeve was children are to be seen and not heard. It used to drive me crazy, you know. And I didn't really realize what kind of an effect it had on me until my daughter was driving me batty one time when she was little, and me and Chatty Cathy over there, and that's what I told her. And I was like, oh man, I hated to hear that when I was a child. And then later on that day I started thinking about it. So, and I didn't say that to her anymore after that, because I realized that it had limited me. I really had accepted that into some part of the ego state. And those are things we don't even know are there, okay? And so, I mean, you know, pulling up things that need to be healed, you don't always know what that is or when that is. And when we are not being peaceful, when we are not at peace, or when we're not at peace with others, we have to remember that they are living in their egos as well. So their perceptions are not going to be the same as your perceptions. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't love yourself. You're not going to have, everybody's not going to love you. So what you have going for you, what do you have going for you, Sag? What you got going for you, Sag? You're building your abundance. Okay. The reason it took me a minute was because I was playing pick a card over here. This is building your abundance. You know, you've already had your intentions and you set them out. That's what the ship symbolized. And you're doing good with that. You're letting spirit take that. Okay, these are your future things that you would like. You know, when you're 7, I'm going to marry him when I grow up. Okay, and then you do. It's because you, there's a lot of reasons for that, but I mean, you know, you set that intention. You said it, and you meant it at the time. Okay? But when you set your intentions, you let it go with spirit, and they take the wheel and handle everything, and some intentions will come back to you, and some they won't, because, you know, it's not good for you. It's not going to it's not going to bring value into your life. Actually, it could be to your detriment. So, and sometimes those do come in just to teach you lessons, okay? Those are karmic relationships. But in the interim, when you do set your intentions, you are working hard. You are trying to build your abundance. You're not just sitting back on your laurels saying, yeah, the ships are coming in. Because, you know, ships do sink sometimes. And you can't, you know, just because you think you're going to win the lottery doesn't mean so do 16 billion or 16 million other people. Or however many people play the lottery, I don't know. Anyways, so tell me about the recent past for Sag. Tell me about the recent past for Sag. Ooh. Love. This is the cup of love. This is the, well, in this deck it's the cauldron. This is a gift. This is a potential new beginning. But this is also self-love, which we have here. This is all forms of love. This is the love you have for a child. This is the love you have for your creators, whatever your source energy. This is the love that you have for your other person, your love. This is romantic love, familial love. You know, you love your children. You may love your, well, obviously you love your pets. Love for each other, love for your friends. This is all mixed up into one big jumble of love. Okay? There is 4 streams coming down and 1 coming in. This cup is always full. And when you find that, you found that, that's what you've been looking for. And that's when you learn how to love yourself. Because that's the one we usually have the hardest time with. We don't even understand that there's that, you know, we don't even understand sometimes, or know, or like consciously know that we are lovable, we are enough, you know, we are one person. Okay, and that's what was going on, I think, in the past, because you found yourself over here with this 9 of cauldrons. And it's cauldrons because it's Celtic tarot deck. It's called cups in other decks. So, you know, you found that cup, that you understood it, you get it, you get the ebb and flow, okay? And you get it. Okay, and this is what's crowning you, is clarity. You have clarity, okay? You have been shown the light. You that is giving you truth and on the truth. Sometimes, you know, that expression about the truth shall set you free. Well, it does, because sometimes we get confused. You know, we have this Ace of Cups here, and maybe there was somebody that we thought was supposed to be our soulmate, or our spouse, or whatever in this lifetime. Okay, and maybe you have that feeling because you were in a past lifetime and you're only supposed to be friends or help each other in this lifetime. Does that make sense? But whatever it is, you got clarity about the love. Okay? This is an incredible reading that you literally have built yourself up. You are building yourself up into a position where people look at you as very independent. You know, they look up to you. Or, you know, if they don't like you, then they join the hater club. I don't know. You got a fan club. So, but you learned how to love yourself. And you're working really hard right now. But in the past, you figured out the love. You got the grasp on it. And sometimes it isn't what we see. And you got the clarity about that. You know now. You know. And in the future, it shows you building a firm foundation, okay? Because you know, you were loyal to what you loved, or who you loved, okay? And you can still be loyal to them because, I mean, like, if you thought this was going to be your husband or wife and you realized, oh my God, we're just good friends, you know, and that is, but you can still be loyal to them and you can still help them. You know what I'm saying? You have the clarity, and clarity brings you such peace. And when you have that kind of peace, you know, you already have victory. So, you know, you're building a firm foundation. Or vice versa. You might have thought they were only a friend, and it's like, oh, wow. This is the one. You know. So, you've been through heartbreak. You have been in your head. You have not been able to see the gifts that Spirit's been trying to bring to you. But this is you. Communication. So you have communication coming into you. You probably have communication going from you. Okay? But this looks like it's coming into you. It could be a lot of communication. It's going to come in fast. There may be a lot of messages. There could be 8 or more. But, you know, they can come from tarot. They can come from, oh, I don't know, synchronicities. It can literally be a message. Hey. Ting. Oops, speaking of which, I forgot to turn my phone on. And then, so what is your environment right? Oh, you have a lot of options. You have a lot of options. So, okay. What is Sagittarius' hopes and fears? Hopes and fears. Yeah, you feel like you're holding on to something or someone and you're being left out in the cold. I know that's not the typical... I know that's not the typical way that's read. Sorry, I heard a noise. But yeah, you're holding on to something. And it may be time to release it. Because the most probable outcome here is the Chariot. This is, you figured it out. You have the golden egg, you have the wand. Now you have the clarity. You figured out what it is you want. You are moving forward and you're charging forward. You're balanced now. Whatever it is balanced you out, okay? And it brought you out of the conflict. And the conflict, although this is usually what you would consider the overall energy of the deck, that is what it made you independent. This is how you learned how to love yourself. Okay, so it was the conflict that caused the healing. Okay, and it caused you to learn how to adapt. It caused you to learn how to let go. It caused you to understand this. So I'm going to get the Marchetti Tarot Royale, and we're going to clarify this. Oh boy, are we going to clarify this. All right, so tell me more about the Nine of Shields. Tell me more about the Nine of Shields. Justice. Okay. We have Justice. And the Empress. Okay. So this Justice card, the light is reflecting off the sun towards the bottom. There's balance there. There is definitely balance. There's a lot of gold in it, and the light from that's emanating from the sun at the bottom of the card is glowing. It's making everything glow. Okay, it reminds me of a light worker. So you have the Empress. She is giving, nurturing, kind. This is the goddess Brigitte. This is Mother. This is Mother Gaia. Okay, this is benevolence and plenty. okay? And this is how, when you got justice, it opened you up. And you learned how to love yourself, okay? Because you came out of a lot of conflict. Now, and some of it was mental, and some of it was outside. Some of you, you have some drama around you. I mean, some serious drama around you. And just remember to love yourself. There's some really dark energies around you, okay? But you're here now, and you learned how to love yourself, and that's going to lead to a passionate new beginning. Okay, so now you have 3 aces on the board. Now that's what I call a reading, and we're only a couple cards in. So clarify the 8 of Pentacles, shields. 8 of Shields, please. Yeah. You took time to rest and reflect. You did a life review, figured out what you really wanted, and you're going for it. Okay? You're going for it. Oh! And this is going to be your wish fulfillment. Okay? Tell me about the Cup of Love. Okay, so you have 3 potential new beginnings, and they can all coordinate and be in one. I know that doesn't make sense, but it does. All right. Oh, yeah. You opened a new cycle. Something you did opened a new cycle. You found your path. You stepped out. It was illuminated for you. You saw things from a higher perspective, and you chose a path, and now it's illuminated for you because you had the clarity. You found the clarity. Okay? So don't be surprised if somebody comes in offering you a cup of love. So you're building your firm foundation. And it's showing you that your ships are coming in. Okay? This is something that you brought in, that you learned. This is something that you balanced. You balanced your spiritual and your material plane. Okay? And that takes a lot of work. Well, it depends on who you are. I mean, but everybody has to do the internal work. So we have the communication. I don't think you see this coming just yet. I think you're focused on other things at the moment. Okay? You're mastering something at the moment. And so your head's probably down like you're building something, or you know, that's the not down because you're tired, but it's just you're mastering something, okay? And you have a lot of options. And, you know, you have choices. Just choose the one that you want, because you're building a firm foundation. So I think you know, the choice is up to you. I think you can do that in any number of decisions that you can make, as long as you're looking at things from a higher perspective. Okay? So in your hopes and fears, you're holding on, and that's okay, because you're learning. You're very, very patient. And I know Temperance is your card, so you're showing up in your own reading. But the other thing about it is patience. And that's something that Sagittarius don't really have a lot of. But you have the patience to learn how to love yourself. Okay? Ouch. All right, and we have the, wow, we have the Chariot card. And again, that happened when she got her balance. She found the golden egg, That's a new creation. She has the wand. She's got the mental power to run that team. I mean, usually when you have two horses running together, one wants to go this way, one wants to go the other way. It takes a lot of concentration to keep them. Can you imagine when it's trying to run two dragons with your mind? You know, that takes a lot of power. You know, and you gained a lot of clarity. You gained a lot of clarity. Okay. You had a decision to make. And you may still have a decision to make. Okay? And it came from a tower moment. You know? And it could very well be someone from your past or something in your past. But Spirit wants you to know that it looks like you learned your lessons, alright? It looks like you learned your lessons. And you have this for the bottom of the card, for the conflict. You have the Seven of Wands. It's telling you to take the high moral road. And you can fend off anything that is going on around you, alright? Don't worry about what other people... Don't worry about that external conflict. That'll sort itself out, to be honest with you. Okay? And now you have the potential for an abundant new beginning. And this took a lot of strength. Okay? This is amazing reading. You have every ace. Do you know how unusual that is? You have the ace of... You got the Ace of Cups first, learning about love. Then you got the Ace, and you got a couple of them several times. So you have the Ace of Swords, where you have clarity. You have the Ace of Wands. And that's passion. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles. Or do you have all four? Yeah, you do. And you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a brand new beginning in abundance. It's like you went through it and you went through it and it wouldn't stop and it wouldn't stop and it wouldn't stop. And then you were waiting. You were waiting on some type of communication, and and there will be other communication coming in. But you needed to hear this communication, and it's like as soon as you heard it, boom, bada boom. You got it, you did it, and you're moving forward. You're doing what you need to do. You're actually charging forward into life, and you're bringing about everything that you could possibly dream of. So that's an incredible reading. I'm going to take, I don't know, I can't cite the deck because I don't know the name of the deck. I don't have any information about it other than I like it. It's quotes to meditate on, and it's also affirmations. So let's see what they have for you. Quotes to meditate on. For those who are always courteous and respectful of elders, but things increase life. Hold up. For those, I can't see. Let me get my other glasses. Hold on. That's bad. It's the way, you know you're getting old when you gotta go get the big glasses out. Okay. For those who are always courteous and respectful of elders, 4 things increase in life. Increase. Life, beauty, happiness, and strength. And that is the Buddha. Let's see if you can see it. That one's from the Buddha. Boy, I'm on fire tonight, huh? Not literally. Okay. Quotes to meditate on. Victory breeds hatred. The defeated sleep in misery. One who has calmed down sleeps in comfort, having given up victory and defeat. And that's the Buddha as well. And at the bottom of the deck we have quotes to meditate on. The human mind has the potential for infinite development. If you can discover even a small way that true satisfaction comes from your mind, you will realize that you can extend this experience without limit, and that it is possible to discover everlasting satisfaction. And there you go. That's how you do it. And that is from, can't read it. Okay. So this is an incredible reading. You know, it's like you've been going through it for a very long time. You've had a lot of conflict, you've had a lot of things going on. And it's like as soon as you got that one communication, boom, change cycle right then. So now you have you have the potential to have abundance every aspect of your life. So, I mean, I hope you truly follow Spirit's advice and listen to this guidance for you, or at least relate to it. It's an amazing reading, and it's rare to get all four. I mean, think about it. If anybody's a mathematician out there, tell me what the probabilities are. It's a great reading. So anyways, I hope you like it. Thank you for watching, and have a great night.